I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm James Whale. Whale? Whale?
Whale?
You daft bird. Whoa, we made it again. Welcome Whale is on across the country. And tonight, because some of you at home, some of you snivelling, working class little oiks, don't speak English proper. And it upset Prince Charles. So tonight we're going to examine the great British accent from all over this country of ours. Now, if you want to phone in, particularly if you have an unusual accent like my guests over here, there we are. Look, a motley crew. And Eamonn Holmes. And I'll introduce you to those a little later on. You can phone us. The number coming up on the screen there, 0532 46 1000. And you can fax us on that number there, and we'll read those faxes out a little bit later on. Before we do anything else, let me introduce you first to Craig Charles. He is a brilliant, brilliant, funny man. And I'm not going to be rude to him. I'm never rude to the guests in the studio, after all. And of course, you've seen him on Red Dwarf and all those other things. Poems come out. He just thinks of things as you're sort of walking around. He thinks of things. And then Eamonn over here, Eamonn Holmes, who is wonderful. I love Eamonn. He's, of course, on Open Air, the holiday programme. He's browbeaten by women wherever he appears. And tonight we're going to improve the Eamonn Holmes image. And next to Eamonn, by the way, could you loosen your tie, Eamonn? Just loosen your tie. Just loosen it. That's okay. And Noddy Holder from one of my favourite bands, Slade, is here with us.
None of us have got accents, though,
and
James.
none of them have got accents, so I don't know why we invited them in. Where'd you come from, Noddy?
The Black Country, the Midlands.
The Midlands. And you, of course, come from...
You wouldn't guess it, but I come from Belfast.
No accent at all. And Craig, of course, where do you come from, Craig?
See, I'm not English. Let me get that straight. I'm from Liverpool.
Yes, well, we know you have a problem.
You know, I'm not English at all. I'm from Liverpool. You know, we're special people.
And over this side here, the very lovely Linda Nolan, after lots of requests to see more of Linda, but she says that's all we're going to see. Can you get behind me in here a little bit? But they're all chasing you around, Linda, and you're not standing still. And you come from Dublin?
From Dublin.
Dublin's fair city.
The end of the country.
Good. So.
But I think your tie looks great, just because you're a slob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is his country look tonight?
It's my country look tonight.
He needs the deer stalker.
It's my country look tonight. We went out on the streets to find out how your accents affect you. Careful, watch this.
Whaley goes to town.
Now, this is where I just get into the character of TV presenter extraordinaire. Thank you very much indeed, Makeup. Are you all right? Are you okay? You're all right? Good, okay. Now, here we are in the town of Barnsley, well known for its accent. I can't do a Barnsley accent, so I'm going to go and try and find somebody who can. And then we're going to pop up north about 100 miles and listen to a completely different northern accent. You think that's all right? All right for you? Okay for you? Off we go. Would you repeat after me? I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.
I'm only plucking pheasants till the pleasant...
no, sorry, nearly, no.
Aye, well, I don't know, you see, like, I know I've heard you on radio, I put radio on, like, you know, you're a Leedsman, aren't you? I thought so, and I've not seen you before, like, you know.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
I'm only fucking I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
Till the pheasant plucker comes.
Till the pleasant...
No, pheasant.
I'm not what?
Pheasant plucker.
I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.
I'm only plucking... Oh, no, then. No, that's a... Only pluck...
I'm no what?
Pheasant plucker.
I'm no pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a what?
Pheasant.
I'm a pheasant.
Plucker's son.
Plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
Till the pheasant plucker comes.
Till the what?
Sorry, till the pheasant plucker comes.
Till the pleasant plucker.
I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants.
Pardon?
I'm only plucking
Oh,
pheasants.
sorry. I'm only... Ah!
Not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son.
I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.
I'm only plucking pheasant till the pheasant plucker comes.
Yep, great, thank you very much. Very nice, you see. I mean, you all need to learn to speak properly. It's just not good enough. Can you do that? Careful. Can you do that? I'm not a pheasant plucker.
I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'm
Yes.
only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes. Do this one. Old Mother Hunt had a rough cut punt. Not a punt cut rough, but a rough cut punt.
Yes, anyway, let's go to the calls. What? Do you like that?
Well, yeah, say that.
Yeah, I'll do that one later. Don't you laugh, Craig, or you'll be next. Mike, hello.
Hi, James.
Mr. Reed, how are you?
Fine, sir, fine,
Hello,
fine.
Mike.
Hello,
My
Linda.
friend, that's why I've come back.
Oh, God, never mind. Look, there's upstaging and there's upstaging. Mike, apparently I'm told by somebody you know here that it's your birthday today.
That's right, Governor. It's my birthday. 50 years old.
Oh, isn't that nice? We'd have had a... Go on,
To
sing.
you, happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you, 50. Bloody hell.
Don't swear on this show, Linda, please. We've had enough Dave Allens on already.
Oh!
How's the pub?
It's going well, James. You're not doing bad at all.
Really?
Yeah,
Good, because we're all going to pop in for a drink next week, aren't we?
that sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
We're all going to pop in, see what the BBC say when we pop in. Have a nice birthday. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Andy from Leicestershire. Hello, Andy.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we'd like to talk about sex, drugs and rock and roll, James.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that, but the producer said we're going to do accents tonight, so, how is your sex life?
It's, well, it sort of died after 18 stone, mate. But,
It would do, it would do.
But Jez has had £7.5 worth of dope, and he's looking quite happy about that.
Really?
Yeah.
May
yeah.
I suggest that you perhaps take one of our poor inflatable friends over here who need a good home, and perhaps that would improve your sex life. In fact, Craig, can we just, this one's been sent, Leslie the doll over here has been sent, she's getting fan mail apart from money, and
She's
this...
a big girl.
She's a very big girl.
Can I just say that me and Noddy both know this woman, and she fakes it.
Like in that restaurant, in that film.
And we wouldn't have her again.
The poor abused Leslie, just to cheer her up, make her smile from the picture desk of the Sunday Sport. They don't realise she's not a real woman. Never mind. Right, let's talk to Mark from Essex. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
No, I'm James.
Not enough.
I've got Linda Nolan trying to get herself a new singing contract on one side and you trying to use my name on the other.
It's a cold, mate. It's a cold.
Yes, all right.
This person with no accent would like to know why...
With no accent?
You no
sure,
accent
son,
at
sort
all.
it out, you know what I mean?
Flipping cockney, ain't you?
Not much. But I'd like to know, in the course of censoring films on TV,
Yeah.
why are the illegal parts left in, the murder, the mass murder, the genocide and so on?
Sorry, sorry, before we carry on, Mark,
Yeah?
what does this have to do with accents?
Well, I was told we could talk about anything.
Oh, yeah, good, fine. Thanks, Mark. Good. We'll take some more calls a little bit later on. This is rather good from Timbuk3, who've got a new video out. This is it. And I think you'll find this in the top 5 before long. It's rather nice. And we got live music from Delamitri later. This is National Holiday.
It's a national holiday.
Old Mother Hunt had a... I'll get it a little later, I'm sorry. Anyway, we struggle, of course, in the Whale office long and hard to think up new and exciting features for the programme. And we start tonight with the first in an occasional series where I will interview well-known celebrities in this new feature called On the Bog. Now, today's personality on the bog, of course, is much talked about, much written about, Mr. Salman Rushdie. In the first interview that we have managed to get with a celebrity on the bog. Salman, have you any thoughts on writing a new book?
Yes.
You have. Good, well, thank you very much indeed. That concludes On the Bog tonight. Just to make sure it was Salman, do you have a photograph just to prove that it is you in there?
I do.
Let's have a little look at that. Yes, there we are. Right, fine. Definitely Salman Rushdie. Now, if you have any... I'm sorry about that. That's Chris, our floor manager, whose idea of humour leaves a lot to be desired. If you have any ideas as to who you'd like to hear interviewed on the bog, please write to us at the Whale programme at Yorkshire Television. We'll take the break.
461000. He's waiting for your call now.
Ho, ho, ho. Next week we plan actually on the bog to talk to Mike Gatting because we don't reckon he's going to be in South Africa for very long. Do we?
I don't think so.
No, no. Let me, Eamonn, you're a serious broadcaster, and we've been on several shows. You were.
He's been on the show.
You were a serious broadcaster. Did you ever find? This is a serious question. Did you ever find that your accent actually precluded you from getting work in the early days, or not?
No, since the early days were in Belfast, so it would be very strange if it had have. But I would have thought that with without daytime television, I don't think I would have got a job in mainland Britain.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know. I couldn't understand a word of it.
We could provide subtitles.
I couldn't understand a word of it.
Have you seen this?
It's very nice. Now, don't upset him.
Please don't touch what you can.
I wanted to ask you one thing, because, of course, on Open Air, which you're on, and hopefully we're going to be on, and if you ring Open Air on this number on 061 814 0424 and complain about this show, we should be on.
You should be on. The lines are open 24 hours a day. Great programme, Monday to Friday, 9:05 past.
Jane Irving, by the way. I wanted to ask you about Jane Irving's pussy. No, because on TVAM she was always talking about her pussy, and she had a competition to find the fattest pussy in Britain. Did you know that?
This is true, yes.
Yeah,
she has two cats, Clara and Henry, I believe. Clara and Henry.
You got out of that very well.
Very, very true.
You're right, Noddy?
I'm fine.
Noddy doesn't have an accent because he knacked it when he was singing all those years in Slade.
Very true, very true.
Peter Bassett. Hello, Peter Bassett. Oh, but I tell you what, Peter... Oh, was it? Are you sure? Oh, sorry, we'll talk to Peter Bassett from somewhere in a bit later, because I've still got time to talk. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I thought we're going to talk to this motley lot over here a little later on. Craig, I've spent 5 or 6 years apologising to everybody because I have a kind of non-accent voice. Because it's fashionable to have a strong accent from Liverpool, from Northern Ireland, from Birmingham, from Yorkshire, wherever. It's very fashionable now, isn't it?
I think I'm going to spend 5 years apologising for being on this, actually.
Don't worry.
No, I mean, say doing a show like this, like it's a purely regional thing. All my northern friends were saying, "Oh yeah, go on, James, well, great show, great show." All my friends in London were like, you know, a bit sort of...
Were they? Because they're terribly far back. It's not very cool, you know. I mean,
it's not very cool to be on the James Whale radio show, you know.
Why do you mix with such pillocks? I mean, why aren't your friends cool like the rest of us?
Well, I say all my northern friends are. All my northern friends were encouraging me to come and do the show. But my southern friends, you know, because I live in London now, my southern friends were like, they weren't quite sure.
They had to come on, though. Why do you live down south?
Well, I live where the work is, really, and I had to follow my nose. I left Liverpool when I was like 17. And there was no work for me. I was doing gigs in Liverpool for like 17 pence bus fare and stuff like that, you know. So I moved to London.
Sorry, just a minute. Somebody from London's just come up. Sorry. Yes, sir. It's HRH, isn't it?
Yes,
Prince Charles.
I'd just like to say a few words about this, if I may. Just shake hands with you. That's all right. Marvellous. And
this is Eamonn Holmes.
And
Craig,
that's comedy.
Craig Charles. Please, sir.
I'd just like to say, James, I'm very pleased to be on the show. As you can see, I've made a real effort to communicate with young people by being groovy. And I'd just like to say, I think it's absolutely important to speak properly, like what I do, and to understand that it's very important, no matter what your roots, to spend money on elocution lessons like what I do. And I think it was my great-great-grandmother who once said that bad language is the preoccupation of wankers.
Sorry, HRH, I didn't understand that.
But actually, I'm not Prince Charles. I'm Steve Coogan, and here's another voice. Yes, sir.
Neil Kinnock, yes indeed. I know that was Ben Elton, but let's go straight on to Neil. Neil, why are you talking that stupid... Well, I don't understand what you're talking about. You keep going on all the time about the Labour Party. Yes, indeed, yes, that's right. Because I say things once, I say something twice, I say it 3 times for no apparent reason.
For Christ's sake, all you people are quite casually sitting round here. There are hundreds and thousands of people out there who for weeks, for months, haven't even touched a single, let alone an album by the Boomtown Rats. Go out there and buy those records. Dave Bowie's made a great movies in a new film called The Last Temptation of Christ. He plays Pontius Pilate, which presumably is something along the lines of "Bring me the King of the Jews, dress him up in dancing shows, the guy."
Why does he bother? Why does he bother? You don't get National Theatre actors like Ian McKellen saying,
Bebopalula, she's my baby. Bebopalula, and I don't mean maybe.
But I have this pet theory. What would it be like? A lot of these pop stars were reincarnated as soccer hooligans because you would recognise them on the terraces, wouldn't you? Yes, of course. You'd have Mick Jagger saying, "You're going home in a bleeding ambulance." Or Sting saying, "It's all gone quiet over there. It's all gone quiet." Or my particular favourite, which is Freddie Mercury saying, "Who's the bastard in the black?" Yeah. "Who's the bastard? Who's the bastard in the black?"
Yes, indeed. Well, anyway, that's a lot of very stupid comedy there from Steve Coogan. I think it was about 3 minutes worth. Yes, indeed. That's all from me. Good night.
I don't actually know why we needed any guests now, Steve. You've come in and done that. I don't know why we need any guests, really.
Thank you, that's very kind of you, James.
That's all right, Steve. That's all right. That's all right.
Jetleys, mate, tea bags, mate, tea.
Good. Any coffee going, Linda? We got some coffee. Eamonn, listen, we got to get back to this because you.
There's a cup to match the size of your house.
Darling.
Oh, a little bit risky.
Bit risky, wasn't it? You see the way she walked off? Link us into what? Oh, who's Graham Nixon? Oh, you want to mention Graham Nixon? Oh, of course, yes. I should do that now, shouldn't I, Cecil? That'd be a good point. Yes, seriously, I want just to watch this. We went down to Sheffield University to find out with their speech laboratory what accents were all about. Here, look at this. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently. In fact, it was HRH who started off, saying he wasn't very happy with the way people speak. Is that fair? I mean, are we lazy in the way we talk, do you think?
I don't think so. I think you need to look at a whole range of accents and the reasons why people use accents.
Yeah, because people do suddenly assume what sort of person you are, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do. They do. They do.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, but they do it.
Yeah,
and a lot of the time, it's wrong.
So in Sheffield, where it's particularly gruesome accents, sort of really, isn't it, Sheffield? I mean,
well, I think you get a bit of argument about that.
Sheffield people speak better, do you think?
No, no. I'm not going to help them speak better. If they're happy with how they speak, I'm happy to analyse it, to record it, and to work out just what it is that makes the Sheffield accent.
This is a good bit. This is when I'm actually asking the question, so we get a shot this way, and Graham doesn't say anything, but you edit it on. It's quite funny. So I just look at Graham and say, and Graham isn't actually there. That's the interesting thing. I'm talking to a blank wall, and I'm saying now, Graham, so do you think we will all end up with a mid-Atlantic accent? And that's then edited into his reply, which comes now.
I think we're going some way towards that, but instead of doing what we used to do, and that is differentiate ourselves by where we come from, we differentiate ourselves by the sort of people we are, the sort of social groups we have, the sort of interests we have.
So accent doesn't have that much to play on it?
Sorry?
Accent doesn't have that much to do with what sort of person you are then now?
Oh, no, no, no.
So somebody with a very broad regional accent has got as much chance of becoming a managing director as somebody with a very sort of nondescript accent?
Well, I would say he ought to have. Unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't.
Now, in America, it's said that you need to know 2 languages. You have to know ordinary American, and you have to know American slang. Do you think slang is offensive to most people?
Slang is the sort of language we use when we're feeling really quite comfortable, at ease with people we know, where we don't really have to bother about paying any attention to the form of the language. We can concentrate on what we're saying and getting on with ordinary social relationships. If you do that when you go for an interview, you've marked yourself as someone who doesn't really know the appropriate formality to imbue your language with.
Would you say, actually, then, in the early, not so much now, obviously, but in the early days, it was the BBC who moulded the way the majority of people in this country speak?
Well, it was certainly responsible for presenting a standard to which people could approximate. They got an example there that they could adopt if they wanted to, not if they didn't.
And a lot of people found that perhaps difficult to achieve as well, and that's where a lot of the problems come.
I'm sure they did, yes. People always make mistakes when they try to adopt an accent that isn't their native one.
Graham, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And now, from James Whale here in Sheffield University, we transfer back to James Whale in the studio. Well, Eamonn Holmes has just agreed to swap with me 1 week. I'm going to present Open Air, or the holiday programme, and Eamonn is going to do this show. And
could you take the cut in salary, though, James? That's the question.
I could sit next to Jane Irving or Anne Gregg. What the heck? Now, I won't tell you anything about all the private conversations we've had, Eamonn, will remain private. Whether, of course, Craig can keep them private, I don't know. Now, Peter Bassett is the Vice Chairman of the Queen's English Society. He's on the telephone now. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Peter. And Peter thinks accents are a rich piece of our culture, and he thinks they're very important, but he does believe we should speak with something called received pronunciation. What is that?
RP.
I beg your pardon? Yes, RP.
Received pronunciation or standard pronunciation.
Yes. Does that mean sounding like a prat?
Yes, I think some people think so. I think the point about this is that it's important because people start to form opinions of what sort of a person you are.
That's exactly what I'm doing about you. So you would say, Peter, that you are speaking in the way in which you would like all of us to talk?
I couldn't care less how you talk. The point about speaking is to be understood, isn't it?
What?
The point about speaking...
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, received pronunciation means that everybody talks the same way.
No, look, forget RP for the moment.
Oh, sorry.
What's the purpose of talking?
Communication.
Communication. Right. Now, you want to make yourself understood, presumably...
Anyway, thank you. That was Peter Bassett from the Queen's English Society, and there goes my OBE. Sharon from London. Hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Right.
Oh, good. And what can we do for you, Sharon?
Well, I just wanted to know what, like, why is it when you come down from Liverpool to London, people think it's trendy to talk like that?
I don't know, but I would say, Sharon, I would say that's a false Liverpudlian accent. I don't know, but let me ask my Liverpool expert on the programme tonight, Craig Charles. Craig, what do you think?
Well, I mean, when I moved down to London, I just talk like a cook when I come from Liverpool, you know? I mean, you get this thing about being a professional Scouse or something like that, but I mean, I want to be a Scouse. I come from Liverpool. I'm quite proud of my accent. I'm sort of quite proud of my colour, but I don't really sort of like think I've made anything out of it. I'm not a professional black man. I'm not a professional Scouse.
Good, fine. I didn't ask for the life story, Craig. I didn't ask for an answer. Stephen from Rochdale. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, James.
Yes, hello, Stephen.
I want to know how accents have developed and why people from Birmingham sound so boring.
How dare you! Straight over to our Birmingham correspondent, Noddy Holder, who, in fact, to be precise, comes from the Black Country. Is that right?
Chin him.
I beg your pardon.
Chin him.
Listen,
What's his name?
What's his name? Stephen from Rochdale.
Where's he from?
Rochdale.
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 Rochdale. Not got as good an accent as Birmingham now.
No. Did you ever find it a problem mixing in polite society when, you know, Slade were up there #1 all the time?
Oh, definitely, yes.
You had to book into the top
In
hotels?
fact, we made a movie in the 70s. It had to be subtitled in America.
Don't pick your nose.
I'm serious.
Yeah? It did.
It did. I thought we were Australian in America. They subtitled our movie in the States.
Could they do
Couldn't understand a word of it.
Could they do that? We'll take a break. We'll come back right back. Don't go away. Are you satisfied with your soap powder? Can you rely on it to get rid of everyday dirt and stains? Good. But are you absolutely sure your wash is completely clean? Can't you sometimes detect smelly pongs when you're ironing? Why is that? It's because you're a horrible, smelly person. Now, there's New Radio. A new late-night TV show that removes dirty, smelly people from phone-ins. New Radio. Try it. I'm just waiting for all the offers to roll in for TV commercials. What can I tell you? Now, we played the video before anybody else of Delamitri, and we played it right till the end, didn't we? Yeah. And we're very proud to say, of course, after that, Wogan had them on, and everybody else has had them on. So tonight, live, as it's coming at you in the corner of the office over here, ladies and gentlemen, Delamitri. Their new song is at number 19, and Nothing Ever Happens.
I'll be lonely tonight and lonely tomorrow. Thank you.
It's competition time!
Fantastic. Delamitri, Nothing Ever Happens, live on the Whale Show tonight. Now, Linda, we've got the competition last week. I asked you to name 2 Ferraris, and the prize, these very trendy, as modelled by Mr. Handsome, Eamonn Holmes.
Does he look
cool? Does he look cool? Can we get Eamonn on here? Get a good close-up of Eamonn. Look at this.
I'm getting into this.
That's very nice.
It
matches
so.
very nice.
Yeah,
and plus, you get a lovely metal Ferrari model with a little engine and little wiggly. You play with that, Craig? Oh, wow. Getting more like Blue Peter every day.
We'll have the car instead.
Now, we did have the biggest response to any competition for these Ferrari sunglasses in the Ferrari. If you can see these, we had to get a bigger box. These are all right.
Oh, James, you're such a dope.
Oh, dear. There's one. That's obviously the winner.
I didn't want you to pick the winner.
Oh, you pick it then. You pick it, right? You pick the winner.
But
we
Mike to pick the winner.
Mike, come over here quickly, Mike. Quickly, because we're running out of time, Mike. Here's Mr. Security on the Whale Show. Look at that. Muscles. 6 stone of vibrating muscle. Get out of it. Okay. Cut back 3 to me. 3, back to me. Right, okay. James Morgan from Clifton Estate in Nottingham. You are the winner of the sunglasses. Very nice indeed. And also the car. That's fantastic. This week, the question is, can you tell me what accent this is? Have a look.
In this lane, myself, and I got my greyhound with me, and I wanted a rabbit. I only used to go out and get a rabbit when I'm not for sell or nothing. I just have a rabbit now and then.
I beg your pardon. Oh, sorry, right. So that's the accent. If you know what accent that is, write to us at this address. Okay, Wales Mail, you know, Yorkshire Television, Leeds LS3 1JS, and you can win a selection of CDs from Squeeze. All right, and also Delamitri's new CD and all that sort of stuff. We got T-shirts, and we got posters and stuff like that. Right, more calls. Where have we got? David from Southampton. Hello, David.
Hello.
Yes, David.
I'd just like to say this programme's on accents.
Yeah.
And like you're saying about weird and funny accents. Everyone's got an accent.
That's right.
And I'm from Surrey, which is embarrassing to some people, but that's an accent as well.
Yeah.
And I'd like you not to sort of discriminate against that.
We don't. I have spent, as I said before, years apologising for not having an accent because it's very
That's what
trendy
I
to have
mean.
an accent.
Yeah, and all
you know,
I'm
what
saying
can I
is
tell
the
you?
people from the north, people from Wales, people from Scotland, all really interesting, fantastic, and
I mean,
great like that. But
Just,
I'm all
just
right too.
shut up a minute. Just take this on board, David. For instance, if you wanted to be a trade union leader, you've got to be Scots, all right? If you want to work on the BBC, you've got to come from Ireland. And so it goes on. So it goes on. Thank you, David. Stephen from Wales. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, James.
Yes, Stephen.
Well, you know I'm from Swansea, but people take the mick and think I'm a bit dim because of my accent.
No, boyo.
Oh, come on, don't take a piss, though. Come
Actually, Steve does a good Welsh accent, don't you, Steve?
I can only do one-word sex, and that's Neil Kinnock, because I can only do impressions of people who come from different places.
Well, I was about this for Neil Kinnock now. Come on.
Very good. Thank you, Steve. You've really lost it there. Marcus from Northern Ireland. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, hi there, James.
Hi.
I'd just like to say that we should be proud of our country because of its many varied and beautiful accents.
I think you're absolutely right, don't you? I think
this
that's
man,
very true.
this man phones... Is this Marcus McCollum?
Yeah.
You know him?
This man phones into open air every single day. Is this
Call
right or
me
wrong,
now,
Marcus?
Oh, well,
And
in
he's
that
got
case,
through here.
In that case...
He's beat your security system, he
Dear
doesn't beat
me.
ours.
In that case, he's got on. Right, thank you very much indeed. Can we just... Let me talk to Sean over here, because I was in Redruth in Cornwall the other day. Can we come over here, Sean? Now, Sean has got a wonderful accent. He came all the way up here. Just let's quickly do this. This is Sean. Met him in the Twilight Zone. Now, you're talking...
Yeah, in the Twilight Zone, then Redruth, say.
In Redruth, yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and you are a Cornishman?
Well, from Gummies.
He talks like this. Have you ever wanted to change your accent or not, Sean?
No, I'm proud of my accent.
You're what?
I'm proud of my accent.
You're proud of your accent?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I see.
Ez.
Ez. Could you say something for us in traditional Cornish?
Traditional Cornish?
Yes.
Or traditional Cornish, or the Cornish language?
Yes, the Cornish language.
I can't speak Cornish language.
You can't speak Cornish?
I can only do an accent.
Oh. Don't stand over there. Okay. Now, Craig. Craig, stop playing. Put it down. Put the toy down, Craig, and come over here. This is Don.
Hi, Don. Evening. How you doing?
Don is a hypnotist, and Don reckons he can actually hypnotise people to speak in a different accent. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
You're sure about this? If it doesn't work, Don, on your head be it, right? He's been walking around here all day looking very smug, and if it doesn't work, you're going to be in dead... Who's on the phone? Stephen? No? Oh, right. Good. And Craig, you wanted to change your accent.
Yeah, I want to do a London accent.
Take it easy.
I want to do a London accent.
You want to do a London accent?
Yeah.
You do realise this could be the end of your career.
Well, it's for a part, so I mean, if you can help me, I'll be happy, you know.
Okay. Well, we can't show you somebody being hypnotised because they don't let you do it on TV, and you know, you might be driving along watching this programme, and of course you'd have an accident if you are. So we'll take a break, and while we're taking the break, you'll hypnotise him. I
shall do that.
Come back in a few moments. All yours, Craig. All yours. Wake up. Wake. Oh, sorry, we had a slight problem. Eamonn, you're right.
Right.
You're right.
I'm okay.
You're sure? Yes.
Vision of the future.
How are you speaking? Tell me.
What?
How's your accent?
You dirty rat.
God. Right. Okay, Don. What's happening? Well, Don, speak to me. I'm speaking to you. I'm not used to being ignored. Don't ignore me, Don. What's happening?
I have Craig in a nice relaxed state at the moment.
Sorry, I can't understand your accent. You what?
I have Craig in a nice relaxed state at the moment.
Fine, yes. He
I
looks
will
very
try
relaxed.
And get him.
He's not hyperventilating in there, is he?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will try and get him to talk in a North
You will?
accent.
Right.
Okay.
Have you done this to anybody else?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Go on.
1, 2, 3. What's your name?
My name's Craig Charles.
Where are you from, Craig?
Liverpool.
Which part of Liverpool?
Liverpool 8.
Liverpool 8?
Yeah.
Do you like it now?
No, I live in London.
Craig, you're taking the piss, aren't you, basically?
Well, I mean, it's not working. I'm trying to sort of play along with it as well, but it's not
Well, Craig, you're not supposed to... Don, this is like... You're a charlatan, Don, aren't you, basically?
Don said to me, like, play along with it, play along with it. There's nothing you can do in a short space of time. So I said, OK, I'll play along with it, but it's not working. I don't want to cheat the public, you know.
That's not... Don, I'm disgusted at that, Don. You know, you come on here. I'm just... Craig, I'm sorry. Sit down, Craig. Sit down. Goodness sake. We had a couple of people who were hypnotised in the audience. Who? Put your hands up. Come forward. Come forward. Where's the fish pole? Get the fish pole. Yes, all right. What's your name?
I'm Rupert.
I beg your pardon?
Rupert.
I'm Rupert.
Yeah, that's
yes.
the one.
And what did he do to you?
When he told me to breathe deeply and speak in a Geordie accent.
You sure you're not a pervert on the corner? Or did he get you to change your accent, like?
I'm not sure.
Can you speak in a different accent? I don't know.
Well, I can talk in a Geordie accent normally, but I don't know whether you got me to do that anyway.
Get out of here. This gentleman here, you're from Northern Ireland, aren't you? You?
Mate, Birmingham, no?
You're from Birmingham? Yes. And you're from Northern Ireland?
Yes.
You've got a funny face. I like people with funny faces.
Just like yours, James.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, really? Yes. Yeah. Let's hear your accent.
What about your mucker?
That's more pronounced than yours. You've poshed yours up, Eamonn, haven't you?
No.
No? You don't think Eamon's got a posh accent,
I can
really?
say, what about your mucker as well?
Can you?
I can talk to each other, yeah. Great.
I see that. Any other accents
my
in here
TV
that we haven't? We've talked about Cornish, and we've talked about Liverpudlian, and we've had we've had and what?
Dundonian.
Who was talking to you? Dundonian.
Yeah.
What does a Dundonian accent sound like? Let me have that. I thought that was Scott.
Top line Brady's in 9 and a half.
I beg your pardon?
Can't see it.
That's very nice, isn't it? It is. The biggest, actually, the interesting thing, of course, is that people say the reason that everybody has a problem with accents is that people tend not to be able to understand somebody from another area.
Mm.
Did you find that? Ever find that?
Well, I've been to the States and all over the world, really, and they seem to have been able to understand me. I think it works well in America because, like, you know, I can make $1 million being the illegitimate son of Paul McCartney, you know,
Yeah.
it sort of works. Like,
Yeah.
But I've never really found it. I don't get very class conscious, you know. It's this class conscious thing, you know. You come across with someone who speaks very, very well, and you think, oh God, he must be better than me because he speaks sort of different.
You don't bother about that now.
No, it's just it's
No,
a different song, not a better
yeah.
song.
What about
A lot of
Eamonn?
people associate accent with intelligence. So
That's
if you
it.
have an accent, you don't have intelligence.
But isn't it more to do with personality? Because if you can promote your personality or project your personality like Craig or like Eamonn or Noddy or anybody, the accent is immaterial. The accent actually helps for you to promote your
I don't know, I
personality.
think, I mean, certainly if you're on television, there's an acceptable level that people will warm to. I mean, you can't deviate outside certain parameters.
What about Noddy? I mean, sorry, just Noddy first. What do you think? I mean, you have what some people consider to be the ugliest accent in the country. You know?
A lot of people think that, but I think it's a really beautiful accent. But if you go in a pub in the heart of the black country and there's 4 black country guys sitting around a table and you were a foreigner as such coming in, you wouldn't be able to understand a word they were saying if they were speaking quickly.
And Steve,
Sue Lawley's from that area, and she used to speak.
Yeah,
like
I've
that,
heard about
didn't
Sue Lawley. Have in fact, most of the stories came from Steve Coogan. Steve, sorry, Steve, you on the bog next week, Sue Lawley. You spend your time listening to people's accents and mimicking them. I mean, does it help if somebody has a strong accent? Like Neil Kinnock having a Welsh accent, that's what
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can't do an impression, then you sort of hype up the accent of whoever it is, you know. I mean, I can actually do a very good Neil Kinnock, as the viewers will be aware, but I mean, if you can't do a good Neil Kinnock, you're just going to sort of do the Welsh thing, you know, talk like that all the time, boyo, which is not how he speaks, but, you know, you've got to hype
Sounded
up.
like it.
Or Sean Connery,
Yeah.
you know, Sean Connery speaks like that, but if you want to hype it up, you sort of talk like that all the time. See, I'm trying to do
Okay, we're going to have a look at the letters from last week. Caught you, didn't it?
Too long.
Do you want to tell them now or not, Steve?
I know that
No, don't try, Steve. You told me that story about anyway. Thank you for the letters. Don't forget, if you're a new viewer to this programme, and some of you maybe in TVS in the Channel TV area are, for every letter we read out on the show, we do send you. I don't have a you haven't got a packet of late night entertainment on you, have you, Linda?
No, he hasn't.
Nobby, have you got a packet on you? I'll just show people. Because, of course, we're very concerned that people have safe sex. There we are. Can you see this? A jiffy packet of James Whale late night entertainment condoms, all different flavours.
Another 15 calls for open air. 061 814 042.
The thing is, we used to call these noddies.
We send you a packet if we read out your letter. Let me just read out some of these. John Stewart, who wrote to us, said he'd like a quick hello because when he phones, he can never get through. He puts this down to living way up in Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis, and he also thinks that I wouldn't understand his accent if he came on. He might be right. Dodge Westhoff in Devizes, Wiltshire, wonders why it is that people in Wiltshire take the mick out of his Scouse accent, where he originally comes from. And when he's back in Liverpool, they take the piss out of his Wiltshire accent. He asks, is there anywhere they speak with both accents?
I doubt it.
Oh, so do I. So do I, silly sod. Fred Pearson in Barnsley on last week's show, which was about dreams, said the other night I dreamt I was in the bath. Is that what you call a wet dream? That's pretty silly, Linda, wasn't it? And Mark G... Don't hog it, Linda. Mark G. Davidson from Stanley in County Durham spent hundreds of pounds to get this technologically advanced piece of equipment to keep my hair in place. Very nice.
Which one?
2. You can shut up, Holmes. Very nice. Keyring comb. Very nice. At least it's my own, Eamonn, but I didn't say I'd say anything about that. Right, if you'd like to write to the programme about any suggestions for bits in the show, this is the address to write to. Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds, etc., etc., etc. Right. Got some faxes, have we?
Yes, but I have a special one here for Craig.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
Oh, rock and roll. Red Dwarf is ace, Rimmer lives, Lister loves Kachansky. Thanks, Craig. What about a 4th series? Yeah, we're doing a 4th series.
Linda,
Move over, James.
You're blocking me slightly. Just
move over.
No, I'm not. I just want you to
I know you're big,
hug me
but
there.
you're not that big.
I'm going to. There's a rumour that I'm going to Blackpool on Sunday. You might come. Yes, there's a rumour I'm going to Blackpool on Sunday. You might.
That's where
yeah.
it is.
James, how can you tell what accent we've got when we send a fax? P.S. It's our new fax machine. We got it just for your programme.
Oh.
From the staff at, what's that? Vale Sea Taxis. I didn't know we had German viewers. Dear James, can you please tell Kim Bassingers...
No, you
No? Bell Chambers?
Yes.
To
start dressing up as Steve will be home at 2 o'clock, Ta.
Don't understand that, do you? Dressing up as what?
In dirty underwear and all that.
Oh, you know about that. I don't know about that.
We know the Queen's English, but we ain't see...
Thank you, Linda. Anyway, that's it. I'm sorry.
think I am?
I'm sorry about that, Linda. Thank you. She's wearing suspenders tonight. Now, should we take a few more calls, do you think? I think we'll take a few more calls. Janice in Norfolk. Hello, Janice. Greg in Portsmouth.
Hello.
Hello. Greg?
Aye.
Yeah?
I've got a question for you, James.
Have you?
Aye.
Good.
Right.
Too long, you're quite right. Silly sod. Janice, now hang on, just before we go any further, I want you to do the next one, all right? Because you do phone-ins.
That was one of the better calls.
That was one of the better calls. Janice, it's Phil. Sorry,
let me speak.
It's
Hello.
Phil from
Hello,
Lambeth.
Phil. Hello, Phil from Lambeth. How are you? Hello, Phil.
Hello, Eamonn.
Hi, Phil. What do you want to say tonight?
Hello, I'm a Lambeth councillor. My name's Phil Fitchley.
Yes.
I was just going to say that we actually produce application forms for jobs now in several languages and in some accents as well.
Well, that's lovely. Thank you very much indeed. That's boring. That's boring. No, that's very, very... Well, OK, so he does that. So who cares, basically?
This is what life will be like without the licence fee.
Peter from Leeds. Are you right? Come on, Eamonn. Peter. I didn't hear that. What did you say?
I said this is a vision of what life will be like without the licence fee.
Oh, thank God for that.
I mean, this is open air without the licence fee.
Peter.
Oh.
Hello, yes. See, I'd like to sort of make some comments, if I may, on your delightful programme, which you do watch every week here in Leeds, about the sort of general student accent. I mean, it seems to me that wherever you come from, Essex, I mean, like even in Leeds, where I'm not a student, not a professional trumpet player, but 30 miles, like, from Leeds, you can have a very different regional accents, but wherever you go all over the country, you seem to get the very same student accent. It's a very curious thing. What do you say to that, James?
Into the camera. Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
You see, because you can't do that.
Can I get one of those for open air?
You could have one of those on open air. I think
We have to
very
be
good.
nice to people. We've got to be respectful to
Yeah,
people.
because they pay the licence fee.
They do.
They pay the
You've
licence
got to listen to people, even if they are boring.
Okay.
You should.
Can I thank you, Noddy, Steve,
You're a very rude man. You
Eamonn,
really are.
Craig, to all the audience, to Linda. Next week, we're... what are we doing next week? Oh, eccentrics. If you're an eccentric, then do phone in or write to us during the week. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? From London, Wales,
Well, you've got a posh
Surrey.
accent. I think
Yeah.
educate, try to educate his accent.
Mm.
Where are you from, really?
Where am I from, really?
Where are you from?
I don't know. Where was I?
Really
I was
speak like?
born. Where was I born?
Question to
No, I was just remembering. I wonder if anybody... I used to go to Linton's Lane Secondary Modern School in Epsom.
My God, he's got good memory as well.
I wonder if anybody's watching from there. Then it became Longmead. Oh, I'm going
Where
with
is
this.
it, though?
In Epsom. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Have you finished?